6 months ago on a Sunday afternoon, I was at the park with someone. And I remember the weather being really nice. Like it wasn't too hot or too cold. It was like right in between. It was just right. And you'll know if you've ever been to Thailand, like it's hot as shit all year round. Usually I come to the park to walk my dog. Like there's like a really nice lake in the middle. And I would always walk my dog around in a circle. And I would really enjoy myself. But not today because I was super nervous. The person that was right next to me was the girl that I had a first date with. 5 days ago when I was studying in the school library, I received an email from my phone saying that I had been accepted into my dream university. And I remember in that moment, I just felt so excited, like I really wanted to shout. But I quickly went outside and called my mom. I called her and I told her about the good news. And I could literally hear her smiling over the phone. And that just made me feel super happy. Anyways, after I got that offer, I kind of just posted it on Instagram, mainly just to like flex, but also to keep a memory for myself. And then there was this cute girl that replied to my Instagram story. She was a short Asian girl with brown hair and like cute round eyes, which is basically my type. We started talking a little bit, and then I found out that she was actually aiming for the same university that I got accepted into. And I just thought to myself, damn, that's a pretty good coincidence. Maybe I should exploit this opportunity. So we started texting more, and then things progressed until I kind of just invited her to eat lunch with me at school. I invited her to talk about academics related stuff like grades, university admissions and stuff like that. But I would be lying to you if I said that that was the only thing that I wanted to talk about. So we were outside of the cafeteria where everyone could just hear us and see us. Like we were literally in the middle of like the cafeteria corridor. And normally I would feel really nervous. I should feel nervous, right? Like everyone's watching me and stuff. But surprisingly I wasn't, because I was on my 2-week no-fab streak and I was just too excited to care. We started talking about university admissions and I explained to her how I got into HKU and stuff like that. But not gonna lie, I was low-key spitting game during that conversation. Like I would maintain eye contact for longer than usual and I would speak in a really deep voice. If you were my friend and you were standing right next to us, you'd probably look and think, oh my goodness, what is he doing? But actually, she was quite receptive. You know, she even had like girl game and stuff. You know, like the twirling the hair, brushing the hair back, like the cute feminine eyes and stuff like that. 20 minutes later, the school bell rang and we were about to go to class. And I was just contemplating whether I should shoot my shot or not. Because the whole time that we were talking, I just had this thought in the back of my mind on how I could like ask her out on a date. But I didn't really want to make it like awkward and screw up everything. At that point, she had already turned away and was walking to class. And I really wanted to speak to her, but like, I just couldn't. If you ever feel nervous, your hands start to become pins and needles. I don't know if you feel that, but I felt a lot of pins and needles in my fingers. So I said to myself, God, please make this happen. And he delivered. He gave me the courage to walk up to her, pat her on the back, and say, hey, I don't know if you get this really often, but you're actually really pretty. After what seemed like quite a long time, she turned back to me and I think she was blushing, and she said, oh, thank you. I don't really get that often. In my mind, I was like, yes! She was walking back to class and I swear I could see her skipping. Later that evening, we started texting again, and then I was able to get the courage to ask her out on a date. Like I literally told her, hey, are you free on Sunday? Do you want to go out to this park? And surprisingly, she said yes. So now we were on that date that I mentioned earlier, and we were walking around the lake. We didn't even like hold hands or anything. We just like walked together side by side like that. I was tempted to hold her hand, but I just didn't have the balls to. But anyways, we sat down on that bench and then we just stared at the lake. Not at each other, no. We stared at the lake. We didn't even like maintain eye contact. I told her some stuff that I really shouldn't have said. We started talking about her ex. And I'm thinking like, why the hell did I even say that? And if you think it couldn't have gotten any worse, I asked her this. Hey, so would you like to go out with me sometime? And she just responded with, No, sorry, I'm not looking for someone to date right now. And I was just in my mind at that moment, I was like, oh, I fumbled the bag. And after that date, I just left with my soul completely crushed. Like, my confidence completely gone. Every time an attractive girl would walk past me in my school, I wouldn't even like glance at them or like check them out or anything. I would just like, I would keep my eyes laser focused straight like this and not do anything and say anything or like look at anything. But what that experience really taught me was that one of the best ways to learn isn't from succeeding, it's from failing. Because you see, when you fail, you make mistakes, you take the risk, and you do all these things. You fail, yeah, and it sucks. For like a few months, a few weeks, or maybe even a year, it really sucks. But honestly, failing will make you a much better person in the future. So fast forward to now, I'm even more confident than before. And it was honestly all thanks to this girl that I was able to gain myself back. Like, I was able to gain an even more understanding of myself. And so now, I can proudly say that this date has helped me grow as a person much more. So I invite you to take the risk. Take more risks. Go do that thing that you always wanted to do, but you never had the courage to. Go ask your crush out. Go perform that song in front of all of your friends. Go compete in that sport that you don't know that whether you can win or not. Because you see, life is super short and we only get like 70 years. That's a mean life expectancy. That's like 70 times 365 days. That's not a lot of days. I don't want to be the one on my deathbed thinking about all the things that I should have done, that I should have taken action when I was younger. I'd much rather live with failure than die with regret. What do you think would have happened if I didn't take the risk? If I didn't ask her out? If I didn't go on a date with her? If I didn't fail miserably? Nothing. I would have spent the next few weeks regretting not having shooting my shot. And that feeling of regret, guys, it really does suck. Recently, I saw this quote and I just thought it was really relatable to me, so I just wanted to share it with you guys here. The bad news is that time flies, but the good news is that you're the pilot. So pilot your life and take action. Take bold action. As always, may God guide us on the right path, and I'll see you in the next video.